All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. We are here with our last day on the Hithlum server before our reset. We officially got the news a couple hours ago that we will be resetting tomorrow. And so I am just on here doing a little bit of reminiscing before they close down our server, and all our progress that we've made so far is gone. We definitely are not reaching level 100 before the reset tomorrow. And so I am just going to chill, take a little bit of explore through here, and say goodbye to our world. And we'll probably run a vault or two just to um, use our new gear that we have, our swords, and maybe try and get our keys just because we can. Just for a little fun. And then tomorrow I will either be on our new server or I will be back with our single player world. I'm not sure which. We'll have to see how quickly that all gets figured out. Fingers crossed we'll be on our new server and we'll just start fresh there. But I can't make any promises. I will be jumping back and forth, just checking Discord because I have a message out to our members on there. Just making sure everyone's going to try and stay together on the same server and stay at the same level we're at right now. Right now, we're just playing casual. We don't lose any of our stuff when we die. We don't have to buy back our bodies. We just kind of stay casual on this server. On my single player world, I do play on normal. But for our server, we're on casual right now. And I was just trying to see if that's what everybody else is going to do as well. So I guess we'll start here because with the exception of spawn itself, this was my first kind of vanilla setup area. We'll open up the map actually first. Let's start here. So where we set up our spawn village is right about where we spawned in as far as like new to our world spawn-in point. So as you can see here with the moat, that's where my spawn base castle is. And then right over here where this white dot is, I don't know if you can see it very well. That's actually where our warp stone is. And right in this area, this 4-chunk area, is where people were spawning in when they joined our server. So we wanted to have a central location right where everybody's joining in, where they can kind of set up their own little starter base, their own little warp base, and it gives everybody a central location. So from here, we have our original server members, which is myself, Miss Crafty, Breedis up here, which had like the little geode and the toy store. They built that as well. And then Cats is a giant ship here, which they kind of added in after we started, but they have always been with our server. Diana was also with us. She has this little green base here. And then we had Bringer. Bringer had his little dragon here. Midnight and Dark Star, which also came over with us when we reset, had their base here. I believe this was Smart Books. He had a big castle that went in like underground, which was really cool when you warped to his place. And then we have Legends Frog here. So we had like our 4 core members, and then like some of the outside surrounding ones were members that either joined late last server before we did the reset we're currently on, or they were members that joined on this world here. We will go explore spawn as well, but just looking kind of through the map, I wanted to show off what we have here. And then this was our shopping district, which we had. Well, I shouldn't even say shopping district. This was like our mob farm resource district. That's probably a better term for that. And this is where we had all of our different warp plates to different mob farms, or our botany pot farm, our cages farm, and that's where like that was. So we zoom out a little bit, and when we spawned in, we didn't have anything here. This obviously was built up as we progressed. But we spawned in here, and I kind of explored south down this way, came across the water here, and this is where I found this village. So I moved into this village. I decided it was going to be temporary when I first set it up. But as I progressed, I really enjoyed what I was making here, and I just left it here, to be honest. And so that's where we're at now. This is our village. I had, of course, they were smaller farms to begin with, but as I progressed, they got to be bigger farms. And then as we got the botany pots, I stopped actually harvesting these farms, and they were just for decoration. Now, I do personally love this multi-tier farm layout, and this might be something that I adapt into our build when we start our new server, because I really do like how this works and how it looks just in general. But I also have to decide where we're going to build and go from there. So on the other side of the cactus here, we actually have seagrass and kelp. Obviously sugarcane. Up top we have all of our like harvestable growing plants, our bamboo, our cacti here, pumpkins, netherwort, cocoa beans, berries, and watermelon. And then I had all of the animals down here until I started growing them very large, but that was after we got botany pots set up. And then as you can see, I have all my sheep. It's hard to see how many there are. Each one of these is almost 1,200 sheep. This one's probably a little less. He's smaller. He's about 1,000. And then we have our smaller animals here, of course. Our little polar bears. And then you come up this way. Hi, Mr. Horsey. What are you doing up here? You don't belong here. We have our larger animals here. They're so big you can't even really see how many there are. Maybe 5,000 or so pigs. And then these sheep actually ended up this big because I forgot about them. I had them all going with modular routers, believe it or not. And they got very large. From there, we're just going to explore over this way. This is where my mailbox is and my post box to send stuff. Obviously, my warp enter area, my dummies, which I think I'll put down into like an armory next time. Or not necessarily down, but into an armory next time. So that it's not just out here in my main entry area. This was the house that I set up as my base. You enter in here. I actually had artifacts on this wall as I found them. They're all at spawn now, but that's where I had them. And then I had just this little sitting area just because. I mean, obviously there's no real function to it. It's more for looks. And then when we first moved into this village, we actually had a bunch of chests in this room. And that was our storage. And then I progressed from there and had a staircase that went down here and wrapped around that took us down. It was right in this area. It brought us out right into here, and this was our start of our downstairs storage area. As we progressed from there, obviously we unlocked drawers, we unlocked refined storage, and that progressed into our current storage situation, which overall is okay. I obviously have chests worth of gear all over the place, chest worths of jewels all over the place, but it is what it is there. From there, I unlocked a power source, which then progressed into a double power source, which progressed into modular routers and thermal. We have, of course, the chunk loader, our trash can. This just kind of became our utility area, for lack of better words. You know, we had our thermal pulverizer, furnace, igneous extruder, which I love these items. I will absolutely unlock them again in our next series. Um, you know, as far as items, we have a bunch of them. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. We have everything you could pretty much imagine. You know, I'm sure there's things we don't have, but we don't need them either. I don't think there's really much more up on this level that isn't pretty self-explanatory. We'll head down. This was kind of it was the start of my armory that I kind of lost interest in and never truly finished. This I wanted to have like lava coming down the walls, and this was going to be a giant lava wall behind, but I never ended up finishing it. But I do want to do something similar to this in our next server, but I want all of the stuff to be down in this room, whether it's one giant room or it's partitioned off into separate sections. Like maybe this side would be armor and this side would be jewels. Over here we would have our soul harvester. You know, it would be laid out better than what it is right now. Meh. But yeah, so that's this. I would like to get this set up so it's kind of an automatic system. And of course, that's not right away. That would be a down the road type of thing. But regardless, it would be nice to have some sort of idea and plan. This was where we had our create setup. We just set it up when we needed it. It was nothing that was permanent. And that kind of led down into our moss farm and our dripstone farm. And then early on, I actually discovered that this area over here had not one, but 2 zombie spawners, one on each side. So I dug them out, made the tunnels, turned it into a farm so that you know, just stand right in about this area. Both sides should spawn in. They shoot up, they come down, and right into this area, that's where they go. See, you can see on the map that both sides are spawning in. I also have this open area back here where they spawn in as well. So anything you could really need is in here. And this was used by quite a few people early on in the setup because it was efficient for flesh. It helped get potatoes and carrots when you couldn't find them. You had the rare chance for iron. So, I mean, it was helpful for quite some time. This was the setup that I made for I don't even remember what it was called, to be honest. It was the glow vine things. I had set that up, but I don't have that. I don't know. It's just not working right now, so I'd have to re-look up how to do that if I was going to run it. But again, not worried about it for this episode because today's the last day. In here we have our little snow friend. I would like to give him a name next time and come up with a better looking fence for him, maybe, so it's less jail looking. Maybe even if it's just normal glass. We'll have to see. But he did good work for us. Over here is where we had our villagers. Didn't have many of them, but early on I actually had them set up like in little spots like this, and then we unlocked villagers, so I set them up in their little homes. I don't know if you noticed as we went up the stairs, but I actually had the breeder here, so I had bread that was coming in here, and then the output of the babies with a full chest and a hopper underneath. And then we'll head downstairs. And that hopper underneath led into the incubator, which turned them into adults, which then led over to this chest, which again is full, into this one, which led into here to cure them so that they would be cheaper with their trades. And then this was supposed to have potions. That's why, everything's on hold, because we ran out of potions. And then they went down into here. So all of these guys have at least been cured once, if not more. And then I was going to try and make a potion, like an automatic potion machine, but I never figured that one out. And once I had a couple of them cured, I didn't really need them anymore. You use villagers early on, but the further in you get, the less you use them. This house was actually originally facing the other direction. That's why these guys are out on this side. But I just flip-flopped it so that the door was on this side because it's closer to where everything is. And currently this is where I do my inscriptions, I do my jewels, my cutter, my applicator, random jewels in here, my catalyst infusion table, and then I have a whole system up here just with jewels, inscriptions, and catalysts, and the themes. So that's there. And again, that's why I would like this to all be a more central location in my house, so that it's a little more user-friendly. I'm just going to take a second here and say thank you, Juicy Lemon Cookie, for the follow. I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the content. If you missed the start of the stream, we're just kind of going over the Hithlum server before we do a reset tomorrow. So we're just kind of exploring what we've done in the past and what some of our server mates have done as well. This was the tour of my base, and we're pretty much done with it. The only thing left is my automatic tree farm from Create. We're going to pop in here to the Botany Pots farm building that I also put together. Granted, the building itself was here. It was originally a castle. I emptied out all the sides of the castle, built the roof on top, and then used my hammer on everything yesterday. So these are all off. And we have a whole section above us of glass that's missing. But beyond that, we also have the underground, because you always have to have the inner underworkings of, a building like this. So we had farmers going with, I believe it was just wheat. These might be potatoes. I don't remember. We originally had them going with wheat. Yeah, right now it's potatoes, because we were going for the rotten potatoes, poisonous potatoes. So we had a bunch of farmers under here going with different things to build up the stock upstairs. Right now they're just continuously running potatoes. We, of course, had our chunk loader, and then we come up this way, and we had the system here. So this is all of the different items that we have running from Botany Pots and the trees. I do want to point that out. I have the tree farm set up to be connected to this as well. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to get this same type of setup in the new server. But I would like it to be somewhere a little more centralized and a larger opening, a larger building, so that we can have, and I guess it's not really necessary, but I would love to have all of the coral for all of the colors running all the time. I would love to have all of the flowers running. Not necessary, I completely understand that, but I think it would just be nice to be able to do. So maybe I will try and figure out how many different items we need, so we can have an idea of how big of a building we need it to be. And then the same thing for like the wood. This is some of the woods, but we could have other ones. And so to have a create system running, which of course will have time to get set up. We need to figure out how big this is going to be. How many different trees are we going to run at one time? That kind of stuff. But that can be something we figure out as a server when we get a little further into the reset. Nothing special in here. At one point I did have a zombie down here to turn different villagers before we had easy villagers unlocked. So nothing too crazy special in there. And that really completes this server. Or I shouldn't say server. That completes this area of the server. Let's head over to spawn from here. And so right in here, this is exactly where everybody spawned in. Yes, there used to be more trees here. I actually spawned on top of a tree on my very first spawn in. I was killed by a skeleton very quickly after that. I was the first death. I will admit it. And yeah, so I figured it was kind of fitting to build my warp home, which is what we called these. These were our little warp homes. Nothing really in here. We could have decorated more. I just didn't. I built just a little castle that was supposed to replicate some sort of castle because we were living in the kingdom / castle where we're at. I would like to do something different this coming season. Last time I was in a hole in the ground, and then I don't remember where I went from there. I built something somewhere, or oh, that's right, I was in a hole in the ground, and then I built a giant beach house. I forgot about that. And the house was gorgeous, but I didn't spend any time in the upstairs because I put all of my stuff down in the basement. So if I'm going to do a big build like that, I want it to be more of a function setup. So we'll see from here. I don't really know. I don't know what we're going to go with. I might do a little bit of research and looking to see. I love the idea of doing like a Candyland themed area, but getting the candy blocks is a little here or there. So it's hard to say. Right across from my house, and I still regret a little bit building here. So Miss Crafty built her house first. And I loved being right across from her, but I feel like I built a little too close to her. So I felt bad about that. I had already built it though, so we were not moving it when I really processed how close it seemed. But from here we have Miss Crafty's house. It's far more warp home, not house. It's far more decorated than what mine was. And we can pop over to her base in a little bit if anyone's interested. But right now we're just going to kind of roam the spawn area. Up here we have Ravenwood Hollow, which is Midnight and Dark Stars area. Again, we can pop over to their home if we want, but they built like this big castle type area. Not castle. This big church type area on top of the hill. This hill was not here. They fully built all of this, which I thought was really cool. Again, they built really close to Miss Crafty, though. Catzoom. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Anyhow, we are... Yeah, so that was their house. And then down this way was Smart Books. And then, again, we can go check out all of these bases if we want after. But for now, I'm just kind of showing off the little buildings in spawn. So he built something that replicates his world build, which I thought was really cool. This is Bringer's Dragon. I loved this when he built it. It was very much themed toward him, and that's what I liked about all of these builds, is that we could theme them, and it's kind of a mismatch hodgepodge of a world, but it brings character for each person, and I loved that. We do have a couple different warp plates, one for Tiki and one for Shifty. They never built their warp homes. I think they kind of dissipated before they were able to build them. And I mean, that happens. Life gets in the way and you just can't make it happen sometimes, and that's okay. Up here we have Bredis's rock. I believe that's even what she said. I got a rock. Bredis's home. It's like Charlie Brown. And she built this. I love that she added this. This didn't used to be there. And we'll go check out her base as well. Bredis also built the toy store, which I thought was really cool. This was our idea for the dolls that we run. So our server ran dolls a lot. If we have them, we run them. And I love that about our server. So she built the base. She built the upstairs, which is kind of the inner workings of how this all works. And then I don't know why there's a vault doll in there. It should be down in the system, but that's okay. So when you come in here, you put your dolls and relic fragments in this donation box, and they get sorted instantly. The dolls go here in the center, and then the relic fragments all go onto this wall. So this was an addition that I actually added. We had, at one point, near the center of spawn, a bunch of chests and shulker boxes filled with the relics. And I was like, why not use the toy store? It's just sitting there. The only thing right now we use it for is the dolls. And this gives it a nice clean look where it's kind of like you're going shopping. You know, you come in here, you need something, you grab it. And that turned into a really cool system, in my opinion. So from the relics, we actually moved on to additional things as well. So once we started unlocking more of the mods, we added in, we just had shulkers for them at first because, again, we were early on in our playthrough, so we didn't have as many to worry about. But we added in shulkers that were just holding all these different modded items. And then, again, as we progressed further, we were unlocking more with these mod boxes. We started, and I shouldn't say we, Katsu added the drawer system for those. And I am so grateful for that because all of these things, these shulkers would be overflowing. So I'm so thankful they did that. I added in some of the decoration there was more, I think, when they expanded, because they expanded this some. I think some of the decorations were taken down, and that's fine. But I had added in some decorations just on the walls, or not walls, but on the shelves. So just little things so it looked a little more like a toy store or a shopping center, anything like that, really. And then same thing with this. I just added some of these things to here. So it looked kind of like, you know, there was stuff to buy. And I really liked that. It was a lot of fun. So, but again, this was like Bredis's project that we as a community have added to. And I think that's really cool. This, in my opinion, is my biggest contribution to the server as far as building things. I have my hand in other projects over in the district, but this to me was my big contribution because I worked pretty hard to get a setup over here for our community portal, and I love how it finally turned out. I will not take full credit for this. This was not a me only project. I absolutely had help from Katsu and possibly unknown other people. I don't know if anyone else has added anything. I know that Katsu added these, which are auto deluters, and they worked really well when we ran our mine runs yesterday, and I love just how they add to the finished product. It makes it look like a portal. It makes it look, I don't know how to explain it. I love the way it looks. The color palettes, just in general, I love how it looked. I added these like piles of ores because I thought it kind of looked cool, because we're using this portal mainly for mine runs anyhow. I think I would like to do this but have it done underground next time so that it's more of a spooky vibe. But I really love how this turned out. And then we have, like I said, we have the auto deluder that pulls all of the ores, sorts them into here, and then we had the system here. This is some of the leftovers from yesterday. We had so much ore from running these vaults. It was so cool. We had over 9,000. Not even kidding. 9,000 beniatite. I took about a third of these common ores. So any number you see here, add a third to that. It's crazy. So that was that. This is our artifact. Our community artifact area. And then I don't know if you noticed on the wall over here, these are all our duplicates. Somehow, in all of these, plus an additional 12 re-rolls, we are still missing 2 artifacts. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. But in my opinion, that's kind of crazy. This is Diana's home. And then down this way, we have Katsu's giant ship, which I love. I'm not going to explore the whole ship because it's mostly just empty. But I love the ship in general. I thought it was really a nice addition to our area, especially that we had this little bay in the area. So let me head back over here. We have, Legends Frog. Again, not really decorated on the inside. That's okay. I didn't decorate my home either. But I thought he was so cute. Here we have our Ender End and our End Portal in the overworld. This is our end warp plates, you know? So, I believe Miss Crafty built this one. And then this is obviously our Enderman farm. This was originally just a manual, you have to hit them with the sword farm, that progressively became, now you hit it with a sword, they, unalive. And you can put your bag here. You have this is all my Ender stuff. Oh, it's very loud. We should probably, but, it progressed so that there's a demagnetizer. There's the modular router. It became a more automated system. Next, we have the raid farm warp. I never really came over here. Like, I've been over here. I've seen it for sure. But I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know what I don't know what that's for. I know you go from there to this, and then this takes you to the actual raid farm. And I don't really know. There's somewhere you're supposed to stand, and I think here is where you're supposed to, I don't know. I don't really know how all this works. I can't even pretend that I do. But this was definitely, I believe this was a Katsu and Breedis project. So they would be able to explain how it works better. Oh. But then you have, like, all of this, which was stuff that came out of the farm. And, of course, some of it we needed at the time. Some of it we would still need if we wanted to. But nothing that we need right at this moment. And so we'll go back to spawn. And we have the nether one here. We have the gold farm and ghast farm. I guess we'll go ghast farm first. And these were both Katsu made farms. On-off overworld kill and maintenance. Yeah. So again, I don't know exactly how all this works. I never used this because by the time they built that, we actually had the farm built. So we never really had to worry about it. We had the cage farm built. So it was never really something we worried about. Come on, to the gold farm. This one I did use, but not very often. But Katsu said all of this. It automatically kills them. You don't even have to do anything. I thought they had a thing where we could actually kill them if we wanted to. But I don't see that now. So they probably just took that away. So it's just automatic. But, like, it's crazy how fast this thing works. And then it just automatically puts all that in there. And it's really cool. I appreciate the hard work that went into that. That's for sure. This was my project. I built this one. This was... obviously, this is our, like, overworld mob farm. So... I thought it came out pretty good. We have, obviously, skeleton, zombie, spider, and creeper. And then we have Crafty's mob farm and the double zombie farm. We've already seen the double zombie spawner. That was at my base. We can go up to Miss Crafty's mob farm. It's just a basic mob farm. I mean, nothing crazy special about it. We have the drawers for all the items. And it looks like maybe somebody closed it off. They probably put in the automatic things as well for here. But again, this isn't something we were using once we got the cages set up. So I never really went back to it. Slime farm, it's kind of that same situation. You know, we had Bringer, I believe it was, and I believe it was Bringer and Breedis who put this one together. And then you just come up here, you AFK, which isn't really AFKing. You just stand here and it spawns them in, and then you go down when you're done. And then in one of these chests, you get your slime balls. And then last but not least, in the spawn area is down here. This is actually my body. Yes, I left it here. Katsu has one here as well. Because why not? And this is another one that I had my hand in. I didn't start it. I just finished it because it was left partially done. I believe it was by Shifty. They were playing and then they were gone. Life happens. Totally understand that. But this is where our cage farm and botany pot farm warp plates are. So we'll head over to the cage farm because you've already seen the botany pots. That was over at my base. And this was a Katsu project. I don't know how well we'll be able to see it from back here. Not very well. I wish I could go into like spectator mode for this to really give you a full look at this build. So what they did is they did half mob cage and half terrarium in the build, and I thought that was really clever because we have, you know, good and we have passive and hostile mobs, and so what they built was the hostile and passive side as a single building. In this first area, we have all the different drawers of the items. Obviously, this is all the passive, this is all the hostile, and then you come into here, and this is the actual farm itself. Down the center is, you know, these two are the heavy-duty ones, And then this was just where we fit in the rest of the mobs. We have our chest back here with all the extra mob eggs. And then you come around this way, you have your terrariums with all the different animals. And it worked out really well. I don't know if you noticed, I don't know how you could miss it, but I don't know if you noticed the giant chicken. This was also a Katsu project. They used the wheat from, I believe it was mostly their farm. I honestly don't know. Not a big deal either way, because we never ran out of wheat. It's not like it was, or not wheat, but seeds. Never ran out of seeds, so it's not like it was ever a problem. But they used modular routers to feed the chicken until we had a giant chicken. I love the giant chicken. I will miss the giant chicken. From here, I don't know where we should go. Where do you think we should go, guys? Let's go back to spawn for now. Are you interested in checking out any of the other bases, or should we just head home? I think we should check out the bases, at least the ones that have warp plates. We'll start here. So this is Legends base. They traveled. It's honestly not very far. It's a little far, but it's not very far from where I'm at. They're down here. I'm up here. So nothing crazy far, but far enough. And they just kind of built this little jungle village, and I love how it turned out. Now, they have everything locked, so we can't actually go into their buildings. It looks like they have 2 artifacts, and neither of them are the ones we need. So that doesn't help us anyhow. But yeah, I love this little area that they built. Let's head into Miss Crafty's world. And so this is the world, or the area that she built her second home. I love this color scheme, and this might be where I want to build a village, or not a village, but a base next time. I think it's the springtime sky thing. I just love how it looks. So she has her farm here. She built this little barn area, which I love. I just love how crafty she is. So you have her bees over here. You have her pots over here. More botany pots there. Some animals. I loved this setup that she had going here. Then you come inside, and this was her storage. So she had like her vault items along the wall here, her her harvester here, and then this was kind of her crafting area. So she had everything from jewels to tools to her whole crafting system all right in this area, which I thought was really cool. I don't know the point of, just to turn it on and off. She made it about level 62, 65, somewhere in there. Before she, again, life gets in the way, totally understand. But that's when she stopped playing. Heading down in here, this is kind of her inner workings. She was using colossal chests more than drawers. That's one I've never really gotten into. Oh, I missed the idiot. So what cast is... what cast is referring to there is in our original server before we reset into this one. We had I guess you'd call it a glitch, where we could recreate gear, and we smelted it down over and over and over. And it pretty much created endless soul shards. We still don't know how it happened. It only worked in that one place, and we called it the idiot. I truly don't remember what idiot stood for. That was something that Humble Heron came up with, which was also one of our original server players that has had life get in the way. They haven't played as much. We're hoping that when we reset, everybody will be able to be a little more active. But we're not sure. And we totally understand if they can't. But we hope that they will. Let's see. Heading back to spawn. Let's go see who's next. Let's head over to Darkstar and Midnight's base. So they also kind of set up in a village. Oh, well, we're inside, so you're not going to see that part, I guess. I don't think I can even get outside. Because they had it locked last time I was here. You could get into the house, but you can't get out. Yeah, you can't get out without getting trapped. So we're not going to do that. Maybe there's a window upstairs? Kind of. So you can kind of see there's a village over there. They had a large farm they set up. And then they built this castle on the hill. And it had all these cool rooms that I figured they were probably planning on doing stuff with, but they stepped away. They kind of lost interest for a while there. On this level, obviously, they had some of their stuff. I believe they actually put their dolls in here when they were opening them, which I thought was kind of funny. This is where their portal was. Look, there's even still a little doll on the wall. That's cute. Head back down. And this is where, like, their storage system is. And it's pretty much just, you know, cover the walls. Why not? They have their crafting grid. Everything is blocked by them because they have some claim chunks. Which some people do that, some people don't. It's kind of a personal preference. But I thought that their build was really cool. I wish that they would have been able to finish it because it was pretty awesome. We'll head over to Smart Book's home. Maybe. Oh, okay. I guess not. Maybe we can with this. Smart Book. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why that one's not working, but that's fine. I knew how to get here anyhow. So this was Smart Book space. And this is what I was saying. He kind of based the build at spawn around what he was making here. And I thought that was really cool. So he put his animals in here. I think he was going to do more on this side, but never got that finished. This side was going to be another tunnel similar to that one. And then over this way was his main... I'm not going to worry about activating waste stones at this point. His main entry area where his portal's at. Sneakily underneath, he had the elevator that goes up all the way to the top. And then it comes down a level. This is like his main living area, his crafting grid, stuff like that. Down into this level, which was where we were already at. And then down into like his storage area here. But again, we have super creative members on our server. I loved all of the stuff that they did. Back to spawn we go. We'll head over to Bringer's base. So for Bringer, there over here was the slime farm. They have a little cactus and sugarcane farm going. This was, I think, their original home. Random echo in the floor. Okay. This was originally their home. And then from here, they moved over into this castle that they built. Castles seem to be the theme of this server. That's what I realized recently as I was going through stuff. And then this is where they put everything. All their different, you know, setups. And look, more random echo that they used as an elevator. Oh, hello. I guess we just decorate with ores if we're Bringer. Okay. That's totally cool. Whatever makes you happy. Yep, just that one level, but that's fine. And then we can go invade Breedis real quick. They are in their base somewhere. Over there somewhere. So what Breedis did was use the copy-paste machine. And originally they had built into this mountain. And this is all closed off. And they had their setup over in here. With their storage and everything. And then they built this castle with the building gadget, I believe. Or a copy-paste gadget or whatever it is. So it's a replica of the castle, the blacksmith castle in the vault where you get ornate chests. So they built off of that all the different things that they're working on. Oh, I didn't even know about all that over there. Man, Breedis, what have you done? Oh, that's probably what she was talking about for the toy store. We'll go check that out in a minute. I definitely want to go see what they have in mind over there. Giant cow to go along with my giant animals. You know, they're set up here. And then you go downstairs and they have the blacksmith room, the identification table. This is where their trinkets and whatnot are. This is where they do their tools. And then this level, that was weird. It's just for decoration, I guess. That's weird. This level is where they do their jewels. And then we're heading back upstairs. I'm not going to show you the top because the top is, there's nothing done with it. It's just like the normal setup for the castle. So yeah, we'll just leave that be. We'll head over here though, check out what Breedis is doing. Bunk. We'll have to dash up there for sure. Okay. I don't hate it. Do a little dance to say hello. I think there's a village over here that she's completely decimated. That's crazy. We apparently all liked to build by villages as well. Oh, she's running away. I scared her with my funnies. But yeah, I think this is what she's working on for the toy store. I think that'll be cool. She said, yep. Overworld Shatterer. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? There she is. Oh, wow. Where's she at? Did she keep going? Oh. Oh! Okay. Very cool. I love that. It's huge down here. Yeah, I love this. Oh. And they get tridents? Ah! Oh. Very cool. Excuse me, friend. You're supposed to be moving. Did I pick that up? I don't think I did. No. Nope. I did not. Rita's definitely has it. Okay. Huh. Very cool. Oh, where'd they go? We'll have to see. Cast makes a good point, but I do like the idea of eye spawners. We shall see. Alright, where do we head next? Back to spawn first. I don't know where Breedis went. Breedis left us. We've seen the toy store. We could go to Diana's, but they have their base locked. We can't even get inside. Claim chunk. I shouldn't say locked. It's just claim chunk. As much as we try, we cannot get in. So we'll go back to spawn. And then we can go check out Cast's base. We have a good idea for what we need for cages, so going spawners first and then working back up to cages after a while is fine after resources build up. We might do that. We'll see. And this is, I think, our last base to explore. Is Cast gonna vault? No, they just have one open. So this is their base. It is very busy. They have a lot of things in a lot of places. And then they have this huge storage system, which I think I want to try and do something similar to this. Because I love the idea of this big central area. And I think maybe I would have the 3 sets of stairs, but this one would be like a central walk up, and that's the computer system. That's like the computer brain. And it would look like the pipe is leading into the brain. I think that would be really cool. So I think that's what we're going to do for our storage next time. And then this is where they have their jewels and tools and gear set up. They had more underground farms when they started their base and then progressively got rid of them. Because, you know, we had the botany farms and whatnot. Botany pots, I mean. So yeah, that's what we have here. Back to spawn one last time. It's like my designated landing spot when I do that every time. I think that's it though. I think we've visited everybody's homes that have a home. These two don't really have a home. We have gone over our base fully. There's not really anything else we can do other than go run a vault, I guess. We'll run a cake because that's what we have ready. But yeah, that's what we got. I think we're gonna have some fun. We'll just run this cake vault and reminisce in our life of this server. Wish us luck. Maybe. There we go. Alright, we entered a vault. It is a cake vault. Before we click it, because I don't remember if the time starts when we click it or when we walk through that doorway. We're just gonna give the vault a second. We're gonna get as many cakes as we can. I'm not gonna stress too much about it because really after today, nothing matters on this server anyhow. So we're just going to enjoy it. So let's do this. we're off to a great start, stubbing our toe on dripstone. Oh, that's what we forgot was blocks. It's probably fine. Oh, I see the cake. So this is still the old version of Cake Vaults. If any of you follow Iskal... Ooh, library! This is good. We will come back to this one. If any of you follow Iskal, you'll know that he... is changing Cake Vaults. Have you heard? Have you heard? And so right now, the longer we wait and then come back to this, the better the loot will be that we find. If we open these chests now, it'll have a little bit of extra quantity and rarity. But if we wait until closer to the end, it will be even better. And so that's what we're going to do for now. I'm guessing this is the way we need to go, because we should have had a block at the end. Oh, okay. Where is the cake? Let's turn on that, and I feel like it's probably down. Definitely seems stronger down here. Maybe. Stronger this way? No. Found it. So that'll be... That's just a bit. Alright, so we'll come back for this room as well. But for now, we're going to keep going. Because, again, this would be a good one to do after we get some more cakes in us. Alright, I see the hue. There you are. I would like to get at least 20 cakes and then go back to those rooms. No guarantees, but it would be nice. Alright. It's here somewhere. Are we... There it is. Alright. Kill champions, of course. Just grabbing those chests and now we're headed out. That's enough. Meh. Keep it moving. I saw it. Might I have a read on it there? There it is. Oh. It's a bad dash on my part. I have to check that door. Scallion. It's very green looking for an Scallion door. Alright. Living there, some gilded here. This is the Vault of the Gilded, man. That's funny. I didn't even touch it other than my thorns. Don't really know what Cast is doing here with their vault announcement. It's interesting. Cake is down, I believe. No, maybe not. What is with all the gilded? Cake is definitely up. There it is. I love that we just tank through everything. Like, that's my skill style. Where are we at? 9 and 20 minutes left. Could be better, could be worse. Alright, we're getting a good read here in the middle. Do. I don't want another crystal room. That's alright. At least it was easy enough to get to, and we're out of there. Sometimes those are awful. We end up having to clear the whole room just to find the cake. Up to 12 cakes now. These have been pretty lucky. Don't forget, we do have the Wild West room and the library to go back to. Problem is, we won't be able to complete if we do that. Nope, this way. And this could be good, could be bad. I don't have a read down the center at all. If I had to guess, it's going to be underneath. Yeah, I'm going to say it's down below. Definitely down here. Ooh, and it's good. We'll do it. No. Where you at, Cake? Oh. Over here wasting my time. Wasting durability. I think what Cast is doing is running monolith vaults to get exactly that, artifacts. They're trying. I don't think... I mean, I'll help complete the puzzle if I can so they can get into that final vault, but I'm not going to be able to get into it. I won't have... Huh! Yeah, I won't have the level for it. It's another gilded room we can hit on the way back if we want. I want to give us at least 10 minutes, I think. Probably down. Definitely down. Center, grab the cake, keep moving. We're already at 18, so we should easily be able to do the 20 that I was hoping for. Unfortunately, all of our good rooms we've gotten are all gilded. I would have loved for at least one of them to be living. You're around here somewhere. Nope, maybe down. Nope, not even gonna worry about it. I don't... Ooh! Oh, it's impossible, though. It is living, though. "42 knowledge essence." That's crazy. I don't think it's worth it. Get out. Out. We have 14 minutes left. We are out of blocks, though. Oh, and I knew I was forgetting to do something. Smooth sandstone, I guess. Switch those. A mine room? For real? I mean, we know how quick we can do these. Maybe we should do it. There's my cake. Let's just head down. We're gonna do this mine room. You don't come across these very often, especially, I feel like, late game, when you can literally just dominate this whole room. Now, granted, there's not any plentiful, I don't think. But it was like 4 minutes and we had a whole room done. Between 2 people. We still have 12 minutes. We're at 21 cakes. If I would have planned this better, I could have even done better than what I'm doing, to be honest. But we'll just get as much of this as we can. That's probably good for down here. Ah! Let's not do that. Or that. Alright, let's build up. Quick glance looks good. Quick glance, good enough. This is where I run into problems, though. I start running out of ground to walk on. Let's go. We get like 2 more cakes before we head back. Oh, okay. We're already headed back. Never mind. That's fine. We'll get what we can from the 2 bumbo rooms. Okay, we're gonna call that for this room. Now we just keep running until we get back to the next one like that. Keep an eye out for cake pedestals on our way. I agree. I am so excited for update 13 for these vaults. I cannot wait to see the difference in them. And it'll be nice to have a turn-in in pretty much every room as well. Huh. Jump on my head, why don't you? Jeez, guys, go away. So if you are just tuning in, you'll notice that we are level 91 here. This is not our single player world. We are on our Hithlum server world at the moment. Our server is resetting tomorrow, so I was just trying to get a few more vaults run before that happens, and we were just reflecting on the progress we've made here so far. We're excited for the reset, but we are definitely a little bit sad. There's a lot of mobs in here, huh? Let's see, we have 6 minutes left. I would like to at least see the Wild West room by 5 minutes. Like, 5 minutes flat. But I can't promise that. We'll see. Oh, actually, we're probably pretty close if we got this guy. Yeah, we should be pretty close then. Yeah, this is probably the Wild West in here. We'll spend a few minutes in here, and then we'll just head off to the, Oh, I hit the wrong. Darn it. Oh well. Let me out. Yep. We're just gonna go... Excuse me. Hopefully we can get this built before they come. Alright, now the only thing that's gonna come for us now is spiders. And they can just bugger off. Nothing there. We have 4 minutes. That's plenty of time for this room. Up we go. Down we go. All the legs happening here, huh? Oh, I guess we'll go downstairs the right way. No, we're gonna go this way. Hee hee. And then we go down. 3 minutes. Alright. We're almost done. Almost. That should be that. And we're just gonna do this. We can definitely take that little bit of damage to fall down here a little faster than running around to the stairs. Just looking for some random gildeds here. Alright, that's it. That is this room complete. I don't know if I want to try and search for a thing or not. Probably not. We'll see if there's one in this room. I would be really lucky if there is. That's a no. Nope. And then this is the exit. So we're just gonna go. It is what it is. Alright, and that's that. We are done. Let's see. 121 chests. That's not really bad, considering we ran for most of that time. And here we have 6 key pieces. That's not awful. Everything else is par for the course. And then what did I just... Oh, there it is. It's like, where did that just go? A decent amount of gear, considering it was mostly gilded focused, but we did have the X mark, so I'm sure that helped a lot. No trinket, no artifact because we didn't complete. Lots of jewels. I'm not even really worried about them at this point, to be honest, because tomorrow. Ooh, new sword. Woo woo. Not even changing, because, again, it's just not worth it, to be honest. I'm happy with what we have. I'm going to open all our mod boxes. Let's just do this. We'll empty it into this system. Why not? Backpack. Didn't mean to do that. In this, we have a lost bounty. We have a dragon room. We have a bonus gilded. Bunch of skill points. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. 2 lost bounties, actually. 3 lost bounties. Man. That's crazy. That can go in there. I don't even care. That can all go in there. I don't know what that means. 26 mod boxes. And how about knowledge? I have 14 already made. How many of these can we make? Hopefully a decent amount. Oh no, only 4, because that's all that's broken down. There's only one of those. One of those. One of those. Do we have any more hiding? Oh, yeah, we have plenty. Look, I have relics that I never put away. Slimy. And like a million knowledge. We're just gonna learn it all. And we'll open the mod boxes just for fun. Ding, 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 ding. Honey boo boo, dinner's ready. Alright, let's see. We really don't have that much to unlock. Guess let's do that one because it does mod boxes. Do that one because it does mod boxes. What do you got? 43 left? Do that one. We have 1 left. I don't think we have anything for 1. Nope. That's alright. Now we do our mod boxes. This is all just for the fun of it. I'm not really worried about setting anything up. We won't be needing any of this stuff. But we have an igneous extruder. That was a good pull. A couple farmers, a depot, solar panel, blast chiller, nullifier, vacuum later, starling dynamo, a couple different flowers, speed upgrade, aqua accumulator. I mean, sure. Looks good to me, guys. Those are empty. That's empty. Check this. 10 minutes till it redoes. Meh. Back upstairs. Oh, I'm awake. Really, I am. Honestly, though, I'm very tired. And I think I'm really ready to just kind of call it here. I don't know what else to do. So it's kind of just goodbye to this world, and we'll see what happens next. It's like an exciting and sad feeling all at the same time. All right, well, guys, I'm going to head out for now, I think, and I will talk to you later. I hope you guys enjoyed this mini series of our Vault Hunters Hithlum server, and I hope to see you again over on our single player world, as well as when we get started back up over here with the server reset. I 100% agree. It is sad to see the server reset. I'm excited for it. I really am. I kind of lost interest in the server for a minute, but it was just because we were kind of in that lull of waiting on updates, and then I started playing my Skyvault series, and then I started playing my single player series, and then it was all of a sudden this was getting a reset, and I was trying to push to level 100, and I really miss playing with the other players, and that's what I've realized in the last couple days. And so I'm excited to start fresh with them and really get back into the server side of Vault Hunters. I do plan on starting another Skyvault gameplay at some point. I haven't decided exactly when. I'm torn between doing a single player or a server, and I think some of that is going to depend on if I can get enough players that want to play with me. I'm not sure how a Skyvault server would work, and I guess that's some of it. I need to find somebody I can watch. Maybe I'll come see you if you stream it, to get an idea. Yeah, please do. Absolutely. Send me a trailer. I have my Discord should be... Oh, perfect. It sends it right there. I will absolutely go check that out here after we end this stream. Because I'm curious how a Skyvault server does work. I don't know. Does everybody have their own island? Do you all share one island? Not on stream. Okay, that's okay though. That is okay. I don't mind watching videos. I do that all the time too. That is my passion. Oh, I would absolutely do it on stream. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. A mod that lets you create an island. I knew that there was a way to do it as a server. I just wasn't sure how that works. So I will absolutely go check out the trailer for yours and see how that works. Because I would definitely be interested in a server Skyvault. That would be pretty fun. I enjoy Skyvault. I think for now I'm going to head out unless there's any more thoughts, comments, or indecisions that are out there. And change your biome too, because having 800 by 800 won't let you. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that there was a mod that would let you do that. I know on my last one I got really lucky because I had some that was rain and some that was snow, so I was able to create my ice farm. But yeah, that would be kind of irritating if you were stuck in just like a plains biome with no snow or rain availability. I was super lucky with the way mine spawned in. So I just started building out and I was like, well, eventually I'll find snow. And luckily it was very close to my... Streamers get a bypass on player limit if you like the community. Interesting. Now, is that for your server, or is that something that I'm misunderstanding? Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. I believe you were talking to me about this a couple weeks ago, and I think you said you had over 1,000 players, not on all at one time, but like 1,000 whitelisted players on your server. I do pay attention. I promise I do. I thought so. $8 ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I think what started that was you were actually had come over here because I had my stream listed as Sky Vaults. I didn't realize in one of the other settings that I had it tagged as a Sky Vault. And because you came over here and said that it wasn't a Sky Vault world, because I was playing in my single player world, it actually triggered me to realize I had that tag still on there. So thank you for that. I totally understand. I watch about, well, I think right now I watch 3 to 4 streamers right now on Twitch, but they're not very active most of the time. One of them being Iskal. I like to watch Stress Monster, but she hasn't been active recently. Um, False I watch sometimes, but most of the time I'm watching on YouTube if I'm being honest. It just works with my schedule a little better. I totally get that too. For me, I have about 3 hours before I settle in for bed, but it is about dinner time for me, so I'm gonna head off and check on that. I hope to see you soon, and I will definitely check out that video and reach out to you after I do, if that's okay with you, about more information possibly. I will talk to you later. Bye!